Alrighty, guys, welcome back. This is episode 6 of Talking Kaka. Thank you for being here. If you're on episode 6, man, I hope you guys are enjoying. It's been fun to sit down and record these episodes. I genuinely have a lot of fun brainstorming ideas. Like, sometimes I will just be randomly thinking of something and I'm like, I gotta talk about that in a podcast. And just like so much crazy shit that's happened over these last few years when I started doing things for the plot and just experiencing a lot of crazy shit. And I just thought, like, I need to talk about this kind of stuff on the podcast because, like, this is the interesting shit that's going to keep people engaged. And yeah, some of them are pretty fucking wild, and yeah, we're gonna be talking about that, or if we haven't already talked about it. But yeah, there's more. There's more. But yeah, how's everybody's week been? For me personally, school holidays has just started, so for me and my job, it is gonna be pretty hectic for the next 2 and a bit weeks. You know, them kids, man, it's just going to be flooded. The arcade is going to be flooded, and I'm not ready mentally. I've known this was coming, but I just haven't been able to mentally prepare. It's never easy, so. Yeah, man, it's not cute. But, yeah, just, what did we talk about on the last episode? We talked about pen pals. Prison pen pals. Guys, I was looking into it because I genuinely wanted to write to someone. I thought that would be some of the funniest shit ever. And man, I really, really wanted to do it. And then I started looking on Reddit and shit. And like, there's a lot of trauma stories. There's a lot of bad things that have happened to people that have done, like, you know, pen pals and stuff. One guy, I was on this Reddit thread, and this one guy was like, yeah, no, it's not good at all. I had a pen pal, we talked for years, and this was like a gay guy talking to a pen pal, another gay pen pal from prison. Like, you know, he was love bombing me. He would tell me whatever I wanted to hear as long as I was feeling that commissary. I'm like, that guy is, you know, the definition of doing what you got to do, you know, to fill that commissary. But yeah, like he was looking for a defense attorney for this man to get him out so that they could be together. And I'm like, oh my God. He was sending him, like, obviously money for commissary, but just like money in general. To like a savings account that he had, which I don't even know why he has a savings account. Like, you are literally in prison, you're incarcerated, you don't know when you're getting out. Like, girl, what do you need a savings account for? But yeah, he was in love, basically. He was in love and did a lot of stupid stuff and got scammed. And this man over the phone, apparently they talked on the phone, he would like call this man from prison. And he just, was selling him a damn movie romance. And it was an interesting story, and I'm like, oh fuck, maybe pen pal's not for me. It's a fun thought though. And I was looking through the Instagram page again. So many hotties. So many guys that, like, I would fill his commissary. I would. But I think I'm just getting desperate, man. But, like, some of them are sexy. Some of them are sexy as fuck. And I'm tempted. But I can't do it. And there were, like, people on the Reddit threads talking about, like, you know, a lot of the guys in prison looking for pen pals are, like, most of them were pedos or PDF files. Let's not get banned. But yeah, a lot of them were like PDF files. I don't know. I didn't do a lot of research into the guys that I was looking at, or I just seen them and I was like, you guys are hot. Skip to the next. This guy's hot too. I wasn't really. Oh, you know what? No, that's a lie. Because when they post the photos, they weren't even photos. They were videos. Okay. So yeah, they weren't photos, they were screenshots that I posted in the podcast episode, but they had actual videos. I didn't watch too many of them, but some of them that I did watch, it was just the most unhinged stuff. Like, there was one guy that was like, yeah, you know, write me a letter and I'll let you be a part of my next song, because he's like a prison rapper. I'm like, some of them are so fucking crazy. And it's hilarious. You know, you have one shot to make an impression, and some of them they took that shot. They didn't waste it. But yeah. So from the ones that I've seen, a lot of them are in there for like assault and battery and some other like minuscule crimes. But yeah, on the Reddit thread, a lot of them were saying that a lot of the pen pals that they were coming across were just PDF files looking for someone to talk to, because I'm sure you're not getting much friendly interaction in prison, as you shouldn't. But yeah, so I think we're going to skip that. I think we're going to skip that. Yeah, it's not worth the risk. I don't want to be talking to a PDF file. Speaking of PDF files, that actually, I was reading up on it and it just reminded me of my PE teacher in high school. Now, if y'all went to Chifley College, Mount Druitt specifically, there was a PE teacher. I was about to say PDF file again. A PE teacher, and I feel like everyone has had this kind of scandal at their school. Whether it was a rumor or whether it was true, that's debatable. But there was one PE teacher which I'm totally shocked about this, because when I was in school, he had to have been like my favorite PE teacher ever. Now look, he did do some shady fucking shit, which we'll get into, but like, yeah, I think it was about 2 years after I had left school, roughly. I don't know the timeline, but I remember, yeah, Facebook just lit up. There was an article that had come out about this PE teacher, and he got arrested, and he was like, yeah, sleeping with one of the kids or one of the students. Now, after reading the article, I was able to confirm that it wasn't one of the kids that I had gone to school with when I was seeing this teacher, but it was at another school, and coincidentally, I'm pretty sure it was an all-girls school. But yeah, no, it was genuinely baffling to me, because I did not get those vibes. I didn't get those vibes from him, and it really just goes to show you that, like, nowadays you really can't fucking tell. You can't trust anyone. Anyone. And it's a scary world out there. But yeah, the article came out and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I genuinely, like, he was one of my favorite PE teachers in school. Now, look, I'm a big bitch. I've said this a million times before. I wasn't playing PE. I was not playing PE. And I'm pretty sure I just told him, I'm like, I don't really want to do PE today. Ever. And he got it. He wasn't pressuring me to do anything. A lot of the times when we were playing sports, he would be like, just walk around the oval and just keep walking around the oval. And then, like, if we were playing like sports, he would ask me to like go and collect all the equipment, or he would just let me sit up at the chairs. We had like these little chairs outside, and he would just let me sit up there, and I'll just be up there talking shit with whoever was like jigging school or jigging the class that day. And there was a lot of them, so I always had someone to talk to. But yeah, it was genuinely baffling. And you know what? The shady thing about this was he allowed me to not participate. But I didn't think he would mention that on my end of year report. There was nothing more, I guess, heartbreaking than, feeling like, yeah, he's cool. He's allowing me to just chill, hang out, not really on my back about participating. And then he goes and fucking, throws me out to the fucking wolves on my end of year report. Like, he does not participate. And man, fuck you. Fuck you. I hope you're rotting in prison right now because that shit pissed me off. I liked you and you spat in my face. So, have fun. That was a long time ago. I don't even know if he's still in prison. But yeah, it was so weird. Like, he was a DJ. He had like a partner at the time. He wasn't like, popping off as a DJ, but he was booked. He was booked and busy. And yeah, he couldn't keep his dirty dick in his pants, and away from little kids. So that's cute. Fucking hell. You know who else needs to be locked up right now? Whoever it was that was peeping on me in the fucking toilet stalls at Central Station. I'm still baffled by that to this day because I've never had that happen to me before. Like, so this was at Central Station, which is like the main station in Sydney. Yeah, me and my family were heading to a concert. Who were we going to see? Russ. We were going to see Russ at the Horton Pavilion. So we, trained it in and we had drinks. Like, we had alcohol because, them drinks are expensive, in this economy, man. We were trying to get as drunk as we could on the train. So yeah, we had drinks. We thankfully, were able to sneak a few drinks on the train, but we obviously wouldn't be able to be let into the concert with drinks. So when we got to Central Station, we had decided, let's drink them, like let's finish them. But obviously we can't just do that out in the open, in the middle of the fucking station. So they have these toilets, and I don't know if you guys have never been to Sydney or Central Station. That station is massive. It's massive. So there's like a whole bunch of different toilets. Now, today, knowing what I know, there are lots of toilets at Central Station. And some of them are pretty fucking popular, apparently, for cruising. Now, we talked about this in the last episode. Like, there's whole websites for just cruising where you go and meet up with people. And most of the time it's public toilets or public places. And, man. I didn't know that back then. So I'm saying to them, like, I'm just going to go run into the toilets and just finish my drinks in there. Disgusting, I know. Where's the fucking decorum? But I was not about to try. I was not copping a fine, I was not copping a fine for drinking in public or at the station. So, yes, I took my big ass to one of the toilet stalls to finish my drinks. So I had them sat up on the fucking toilet seat, like where you flush the button. And I was sitting down. Now, the weird thing about these toilets at Central Station is the gap between, like, where you close the door, the gap, it was fucking massive, first of all. Like, I already felt exposed, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like sculling my drinks. I think I had like 2 or 3 bottles left, and I'm sculling the shit out of them. And I remember, so I was sitting on the toilet facing the door, but every time I had finished a bottle, I was turning around, like getting up, turning around to put it on I don't know what the name is, but where the button is. I was putting it on top of there. So I finished the one, and I turned around to put the bottle in on top of whatever the fuck it is, and I turn around, and all I see is this fucking eye looking at me through the crack of the door. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So I kick the door. I'm like, can you fuck off? Like, what are you doing? And he's just like, he moves and then like looks back and I'm kicking the door again. I'm like, get the fuck away. Like, what are you doing? And like, I go to open the door and he's run off. I don't know what he was doing, if he was trying to catch a peek, but is he just trying to oogle my goodies? I don't fucking know. All I know is if you were oogling my goodies, bro, sick shit. Sick. And I am like running back out and like, because my family are waiting outside, I'm like, bro, like someone's trying to fucking peek on me in the fucking toilet. And it was so funny because I was wearing this shirt, this one shirt that I had bought specifically for the concert. It was like one of those retro style shirts and it was 2-pack. And it had in big letters, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. And it was all eyes on me, apparently, through the fucking toilet stall, oogling my damn goodies. And, guys, I didn't even want to go back in the toilet at that point. I had one bottle. I said, you know what? I'm not going back in there. Leave him. I lost out on 2 bottles of cruisers that day. And now I'm traumatized. So yes, he needs to be locked up. And no, he does not deserve a pen pal. Because that shit was fucking wild. Like, we laugh about it to this day. But at the time, like, I don't even know what I would have done if I had opened the door. Like, I can just imagine, like, if he didn't run, like, I opened the door and he's standing there, like, what would I have done? Would I have, like, thrown hands? I don't know. Fight or flight, but, like, what were you doing? What were you looking through the door, or the crack of the door for? Lock him up. Lock him up. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this. Creeps everywhere. Everywhere. And I was like, I think I remember posting about this on Instagram at the time that it happened. And someone mentioned that, like, it's very common to, like, because the doors, apparently, they have, like, hooks on the back of the door. I can't remember if the one that I was in had a hook. But I do remember, like, them telling me that a lot of the times they see, like, they check to see if they're, like, sitting down, and then they reach over and, like, take whatever's on the hook. And so maybe they were trying to rob me, but there was nothing on the hook, so I don't know. And I don't even know if that's a real thing. I've never heard of that before. Like, I don't know. This motherfucker had to have been, like, 10 feet tall to just reach over and grab what was on the hook. So that didn't make sense to me, but I mean, I hope that was the case. I hope he was just trying to rob me. He wasn't trying to, like, oogle my damn goodies, but I don't know. Not cute. Not cute. It's funny now, but I just... He needs to be locked up. I'm tired of it. There's sickos everywhere. Can't escape them. And, yeah. It's not cute. Not cute at all. Yeah. It's like, I can't find a man, but I can be out here getting fucking peeped on in the public toilets. Like, it's just, damn. Can't even get a fucking pen pal without worried about getting scammed. Like, damn, these people are fucking crazy. The world is a mess. Oh, just chuck it in the bin and let's start over at this point. But yeah, at this point, like, the amount of sickos in this world, I don't even want a man. But yeah, unless it's Bird Bay. That's one thing I wanted to talk about today, actually. If you were following me on Instagram, if you were following me on Instagram in, I think it was 2018, 2018. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But if you were, there for that era, then you would remember Bird Bay. Now, Bird Bay. Oh god. Every year there is this event in my area, and it's called the Medieval Fair. Now, look, it's not really my thing, but I was feeling adventurous. I wanted to try something different. I've seen a lot of photos and videos, and it's like jousting. It's very like folklore, like knights and shining armor and like mystical, ethereal, whimsical vibes, but mostly like knights and olden days and, all of that stuff. Just not my vibe. But I was like, let me try something different. Let's go and see what it's about. Yeah? Look. I found a lot of it to be... I went in there with an open mind. I really did. And for the most part, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I remember seeing the jousting, which honestly looked like it hurt. There were a lot of like stalls there. I don't think they had rides. I don't think they did. But they had like the Game of Thrones chair, like the big sword chair. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I'm not a Game of Thrones bitch, but that throne is cool. So as soon as I seen that, I'm like, I have to get a picky. But yeah, I ended up going with my cousins, and it was really good. I ended up going through like all the stores. They had just a bunch of different ones, and they had like this one with all these like crystals and stuff. And yeah, it was pretty good. But they had one of the main events other than the jousting was the bird show. Now, the bird show was basically just these two guys that would bring out a whole bunch of like pretty birds, and they'd make a spectacle of it, make it a big show, and that was interesting. So where they do the jousting, they have it all kind of like sectioned off, and when they do the bird show, you're allowed to go in there and sit down, and then like basically the point of the bird show is they'll walk around like the crowd, and they'll have like the birds flying across the crowd. And so they get like really up close and really personal with, the viewers. And there was the one guy. There was the one guy. He was like the main guy, I guess. I don't really know what to call him, but he was the one that was doing a lot of the talking. And then he had his assistant, and he would be the one that would do most of the walking around. And the birds would fly back and forth from the main guy to him, and he would do all of the walking around. And this assistant, thickest white boy I have ever seen. He had like a beautiful beard. He was just thick, and he was so cute, so handsome, and I was in a chokehold. And yeah, like I'm just being delusional, but I swear he was looking at me like, I don't know. I feel like he was looking. But he got so close to me. I'm so fucking delusional. I love it. But yeah, he was like not that fucking far from me while they were doing this bird show, and everyone had their cameras out. I'm not even trying to be delusional. Everyone had their cameras out. And he's just like, looking at the bird, patting the bird. I pull my damn camera out to take a photo, and this man looks right in my camera and smiles. Guys, the bar's in hell. The bar is in hell. I I seen that, I'm like, this man's in love with me. This man's in love with me. And I'm in love with him. I'm in love with him. And I need to know more. And I posted the stories on my Instagram, and one of the people that like I know, well, I don't know him, but he's a mutual on the socials. He also works in a zoo. So yeah, it turns out they're mutual friends, and he replied to my story, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like that's," and I'm like, "You know him?" He's like, "Yeah, like I've met him." I'm like, "Oh, is he is a homosexual? Is he a homosexual?" I was like, I just kept asking him. I'm like, "Oh, is he gay?" Like, I'm trying to shoot my shot here, but I don't want to shoot it at a straight man. So I need the tea. Give me the tea right now. Is he, And he's like, honestly, I don't know. I've never seen him have a girlfriend, or, he's very quiet. But I mean, I get those vibes. I'm like, that's good enough for me, babe. That's good enough for me. And yeah, it was interesting. So I ended up, they gave us little like pamphlets at the end of the show. And of course, gave me one. Yeah. And so that had their little, what is it? The name of because they own a sanctuary, like a bird sanctuary. And yeah, that had the name, and I looked them up on Facebook. This guy is all over their socials, by the way. Well, not all over them, but he's in there enough for my likings. So I was able to go through and be like, oh, so gorgeous. I was able to just admire him. And I feel like such a stalker. But yeah, I was like, this is so weird. But yeah, it was love at first sight for me. Honestly, I thought he was so handsome, and I really wanted to get to know him. Look, guys, spoiler alert, nothing has happened. Because I ended up finding him on socials, and yes, obviously I was, because I had my zoo friend on Facebook. When I found this guy's profile, because like he liked the posts on the sanctuary's page as well, so it wasn't hard. Just go through the likes, I'd come across them. Yes, they were mutuals, and I was like, I want to fucking add him. I want to add him. And then I was going through like his photos, and he's not active on social media at all. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna add him. I'm not gonna add him. Like, it's just not even worth it. I don't want to be a creep. I think we're past that point already. But yeah, to be fair, when I was looking for him, I was genuinely interested in the bird sanctuary as well. I'm not gonna sit here and like, I'm going to skip this. Let's leave it alone. But yes, I was genuinely interested in the birds as well. But yeah, I ended up, just stumbling across his profile. And yeah, I was like, I wanted to add him. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to expose myself as a creep. God. But yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to, talk about him on my Instagram and make a joke out of it, make it funny. And I can't remember how long it was, but it was about a few weeks, maybe a month later, I get a message from another, social media mutual gay, and he is like, hey babe. I'm like, hey. He's like, isn't this Bird Bay? Because at this point, everybody knows who Bird Bay is. Like, everybody on my Instagram, they know who Bird Bay is. So, and we call him Bird Bay. I'm probably gonna like blurt out his name because I don't want to expose him. But yes, everybody knows him as Bird Bay. So yeah, he's like, hey babe, isn't this Bird Bay? And he sent a photo, and I didn't know what I was expecting, but I opened it up, and it is a screenshot of Bird Bay's Tinder. He is showing up on Tinder. He is showing up on a gay man's Tinder. What? I'm like, okay. So now my obsession has like unlocked all over again, and I'm like, so he's gay. Guys, what do I do? I haven't been on Tinder in a minute at this point. So like I opened Tinder again and scrolling, and I see him. I wasn't scrolling for long, but I seen him, and I'm like, you're joking. You are joking. And yeah, I swiped. We didn't match, unfortunately. I swiped right to say yes, I do like him. We didn't match, which broke my heart a little bit. I can't fucking lie. But yes, and at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna add him on Facebook. So yeah, I added him, and yeah, the thing that I have come to learn is he is just not at all active on social media. So it took him like 3 months to accept my friend request. I went through, like, I didn't dig too far. I'm not like, fucking crazy. But yes, I had a quick look through his Tinder and... No, not his Tinder, sorry, his Facebook. He doesn't post at all. His last photo was from like 2 years at the time. 2 years ago. He doesn't share anything. He doesn't post anything. He gets like a ton of birthday messages on his wall. He doesn't like them or reply to any of them. From what I could tell, I don't think he had Instagram. I think I tried looking for his Instagram when I got his name. No Instagram. So I think that the pictures on his Tinder were a few years old as well. So he just must not be active on social media at all. But yeah, he accepted the friend request, and I'm like, fuck. Now what do I do? Because now I look like a creep. I've just added him on Facebook, and so what do I do? I didn't do shit, by the way. Didn't do shit. I was talking with my cousin, because my cousin who came with me to the medieval fair, I'm telling her all of this. I'm updating her on all the tea. And she's like, oh, just fucking message him. Just message him. I'm like, I can't fucking do it. I'm gonna shit myself if I message him. Because A, I could look like a massive fucking creep. B, I could just get left on red and feel like a fucking loser and want to like unalive myself. And C, like, I'm just, it's too much. It's too much. I ended up going back to medieval fair. So by the way, I think this all happened on the second time, because I met him the first time and I was like, yes, very sexy, very cute, very, very delicious. I took the photos and I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. Anyway, we went back the next year, and I'm pretty sure the same thing happened. Like, he came right up close to me. I took a photo of him, of the bird, And yeah, he's like looking in the camera again and like smiling at me. And then I just fell into this pit of like borderline obsession. But yeah, I was just like, I didn't want to message him. And it never happened. I don't think it did. I'm gonna have to double check the messages. I don't think I messaged him. I don't think I did. The reason why I bring this up is because someone on my Instagram was at the medieval fair just today, actually, at the time of filming this podcast. And it unlocked so much in me, so many memories and like borderline trauma. But it unlocked a shit ton in me. And I replied to the story and I'm like, oh, did they have like the bird show there? Because this one I think was in a different location to the one that I go to. So I'm like, maybe they just do the bird show at this one. Maybe they don't do it at every medieval fair. I just thought I'd ask and, be a little cheeky and reply to the story. And he's like, oh, yeah, they did do the bird show. I'm like, oh, cute. And then he sends me like a whole bunch of photos. Guys. Who's in the damn photos? Fucking Bird Bay. And he's still looking as delicious and breedable as ever. And so I'm telling this story now because of what happened today with the whole, seeing him again. I haven't thought about Bird Bay in years. But yeah, just seeing him, I'm like, oh my fucking God. Holy shit. He is still doing the bird shows at the medieval fair. I'm like, I need to go. I need to find out where this plot is going. Because y'all know I love to do things for the plot. So I need to find out what is next. I need to find out what is next. I'm so annoyed that I missed it. And me and my family talked about going to the one in our area this year as well, and it just never happened. And now I'm pissed because he would have been at that one too. This one to be continued. I'm going to the next medieval fair here, and he better fucking be there. And this could be the first task of my start of my rejection therapy journey. I can go up to him and talk to him and maybe try and lock something in. I don't know. Or I could get rejected, and this is the start of our rejection therapy journey. Oh, guys, everything is falling into place just beautifully. And that final missing piece would be to lock in a date with Bird Bay. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your pussies crossed. Because I want to continue this. Not like anything with Bird Bay, but I want to continue. I want to see where this plot goes. Where's the plot twist? Where's the plot twist? What is it going to be? I feel like there's going to be some diabolical thing that happens in this story somewhere, even though it hasn't been diabolical enough already, but seeing those photos of him today really unlocked a lot of memories. And them beautiful, beautiful birds. Holy shit. What else did I want to talk about today? I don't think I had a lot. I'm not doing the list again on my laptop because all that did was distract me last episode. Like, I had to clip and edit a bunch of shit because it's just me going through my damn laptop getting distracted. Not my laptop, my iPad, sorry. Yeah, I was just getting too distracted. So no, I'm just going to have to wing it. I'm going to have to memorize everything and just wing it. And yeah, so I can't remember what I wanted to talk about today. We had a few things. I think one of the things I wanted to talk about was like, how do I get past listening to cancelled artists and their music? Like, because this is one thing that I've been struggling with a lot lately, especially with the Diddy case and all that fucking bullshit happening with Diddy. This man has some fucking bangers. He has some bangers. I'll Be Watching You, Last Night by Keisha Cole, and of course, all of these songs, Diddy's part is not the best part. It is the chorus, it is the ladies putting in the damn work, hitting them damn notes, and it's the ladies that have me in the chokehold. And it's like, how? I want to listen to these so bad, But how do I do that without supporting Diddy? I can't. So I'm sitting there listening to them, hating myself, but they're just bops, bro. They're bops. And yeah. And like Tory Lanez as well. I just discovered like a bunch of new music from him that he's been making in the prison cell. And I'm like, this is the worst album to support. This is the worst one, but like, it fucking slaps. It's like my morals are being tested. Because I genuinely don't agree with what either of these people have done. But I can't sit here and not bop to their music. It's a struggle. It is a damn struggle. And like R. Kelly as well. Like, why can't men just not be fucking idiots? Like, y'all are talented, just focus on that. Why do you guys need to be creeps? Because now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because y'all are out here making bangers and I can't listen to them. Annoys the shit out of me. And like, I remember, I think with last night with Keisha Cole, I ended up finding someone has like edited like all of her parts in the song and just kind of like made a Keisha Cole only version, and I've been listening to that a lot. But whoever did the editing, it's not as good. It has the potential to be good, but Diddy's backing vocals in like some of the chorus, it really makes it what it is. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. But yeah. And like, I also just don't want them making money off of this, all of my streams and this and that. I don't know if I'm just overthinking it, but I mean, it's a problem, and I don't want to be a part of the problem, because none of these people deserve my streams. But fuck, you're talented and you know how to make a bop. So I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to talk about guests because I do soon. We're on episode 6 now. And it's just been me. I really, really want a guest. And I'm telling you right now, the first time I get a guest on this podcast, it's going to be Spicy. Now, if you don't know Spicy, he is non-binary. He goes by they, them. I'm not doing it to be disrespectful, but I do gender him as a he or a they. They don't clock me on it. But I think they understand that it is just it's not intentional. But yes, they the second I get Spicy on a podcast is when this podcast will really take off. But yes, so when I sat down and I thought about the guests that I would want on this podcast, Spicy was at the top. Now, Spicy has a real name, but y'all are never going to know it, because in my household under this roof, he only goes by Spicy. Spicy is only known as Spicy. If I use their government name, my family will literally be like, who the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, Spicy's amazing, and Spicy will 100% be the first guest on this podcast, and we need to go into a deep dive about how me and Spicy met. Now, basically, I'll give you the quick little rundown. But me and Spicy met during a photo shoot that we were both a part of. Now, this photo shoot was pretty fucking controversial. But yes, on the day of filming for this photo shoot, it was spoiler alert, it was for an underwear brand. Yes, my big bitch ass modeled for underwear. So strange. It was such a random little side quest. But yeah, I met Spicy and we have been close as butt cheeks ever since then. And I think the best part about it was I have never done any kind of like modeling or any kind of photo shoot, anything professional like that ever. So it was pretty fucking, it had a budget. It had a big budget. It was at like a studio. They had the lights, the cameras, it was a production. And something I'd never done before. So I was nervous as fuck. And like I got added to a group chat with all of the other models. And, you know, I saw Spicy's Instagram. I followed them. We didn't talk or anything, but on the day, Spicy was one of the first people that I had met, and they were one of the first people that I had like really had a proper conversation with. So first of all, I've already got this attachment to you because you're the first person I've talked to since being here, and I'm like surrounded by all these beautiful people. But just for me personally, talking to Spicy was like an instant calming energy. So throughout all the chaos, throughout all the nerves, like I genuinely was ready to die at any moment because I was so nervous. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? But yeah, talking to Spicy, just instant calmness, instant relaxation. I'm like, I'm comfortable. I'm okay now. And I think we only had like a 5-second conversation because I think they had to go back out. I was like, okay, I can do this. But yeah, so, and ever since then, it's been the two of us, and I fucking love it. I love Spicy. So Spicy will absolutely be the first guest on this podcast, and I'm so excited for you guys to meet them. You guys are not ready. You guys are not ready for Spicy. You guys are not ready for Fabio. That's another nickname I have for them. But yes, so we will go into a more in-depth discussion about this photo shoot whenever I do a podcast episode with Spicy. We will get into it. But yeah, it's just, I'm excited. It's whenever I can afford to get another one of these, because these are expensive. This was $1, but I'm very happy with it so far because I did not know what the fuck I was getting into with this podcast. I didn't know what mic to buy. I thought I was going to have to buy a million different like parts, and yeah, I didn't have to do all that. The only thing I really paid for was the mic. Everything else, it's just, I'm winging it, you know? And I don't think we're doing too bad. I don't think I'm doing too bad. But yeah, I do need to get another microphone because I want guests. I want to be able to have them come on here and tell their stories as well. So that's going to be exciting. I'm very, very excited. But yeah, I think this is the end of the podcast. I think I'm done for the night. I'm ready to go to bed. But yeah, we will hopefully. Oh yeah, I haven't gone to the Yellow Deli Cafe yet. Plans have changed and we are going. We just don't know when yet. But that's going to be a whole episode, deep dive itself. But I'm ready. But yeah, it's TBA at the moment. But yes, this has been Talking Kaka, episode 6. Thank you for tuning in. I would love to sit here and chit chat with you more. But I gotta go.